Hey, good evening, folks. Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with MLive. I'm back. There's a tornado warning now in effect, so let's get right on into it. A couple of tornado warnings, as a matter of fact. So here you see it from around east of the Muskegon area through Wolf Lake to Moreland to Bridgeton to Grant, Ashland, Newaygo, all under a tornado warning. And now also a tornado warning for this area here, Moreland, Ravenna. So National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Ottawa County, southeastern Muskegon County until 10:30. At 10:01, severe thunderstorm capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage were located near Ravenna, or 12 miles east of Muskegon, moving east at 45 miles an hour. So this is the line that we've been watching, had the wind signature of 70 miles an hour, and now maybe some rotation. And a dangerous storm will be around Ravenna around right now. Let's go to the radar and look around on it. So you're watching MLive, Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Earlier, I told you about the QLCS, Quasi-Linear Convective System. Warm front out this way, squall line this way, low pressure center, and so it's no surprise that that's where the possible tornadoes are, right in that notch there. Again, there's the motion. Now let's switch over to the wind velocity mode. We have a couple of modes. We have one that backs out the environment's wind and just gives us a storm relative motion. That's what I'm on right now. Sometimes it shows clearly where the circulations are, and you can see it clearly. Moreland, Sullivan, Ravenna, the notch into the storm, that's where the tornado would be. And then let's look at just the plain velocity, which gives you a better idea of the straight line winds. And you can see that bright blue burst moving through Sullivan toward Ravenna right now. The wind speeds on that. Remember, your radar is down southeast side of Grand Rapids, so we're looking at winds close to the ground here, 60 to 65 miles an hour. So definitely a very severe wind gust at least coming through the area. There you can see it all seems to be tracking toward the southeast, toward Sparta, right, Rockford, the north side of Grand Rapids, Cedar Springs, Plainfield will eventually be in the line of this rotating thunderstorm. Not very descriptive, I guess I would say. Not very, we don't see a very good curl to this because there's so much thunderstorm activity going on. Hang with me tight here, folks. Has anybody seen this? All I'm seeing is the slate on the live feed. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa covering the severe weather that's starting to move into lower Michigan. just getting a little bit of the, okay. All right, verified that I am on. Sorry about that, folks. I try to monitor myself and your questions with the phone, but it's real slow today. So let's get to it here. Tornado warning in effect. And you can see now another tornado warning. We'll get that in just a second here. Okay, so there you see the tornado warning area. Still just a radar indicated. Continues for northeastern Ottawa County, southeastern Muskegon County until 10:30 for the Ravenna area. And let me check the new tornado warning. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's read the copy on what is going on. Okay, so for Montcalm County, a tornado warning has been issued. Tornado and ping pong ball size hail. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Stanton, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. Trying to see you folks. Okay. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southeast Montcalm County, including Sheridan, Butternut, McBride, Sidney, Kings Corner, and Crystal. So right now we have Muskegon, Ottawa, Newaygo, and Montcalm. No, Muskegon, Ottawa, and Montcalm counties under tornado warnings at the moment. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. We'll continue to follow this along with you some. And so far, all of the reports have been over in Wisconsin. And I apologize, folks, the chat isn't working, so I can't respond to any of your questions. I like to do that. So what you're looking at is the radar. Let's give you a better perspective of what's going on. Bear with me, still trying to get into the chat room. Okay, there we go. Have there been any touchdowns? Rebecca Duty. In Wisconsin, Waukesha, Wisconsin has had a touchdown. Here we have not yet. But we're starting to see some rotation right around the Stanton, Sheridan area, heading toward the northeast, toward Crystal and Sumner. Kind of a complex circulation, really. Right there, moving toward the northeast very quickly. So it's 10:14. And 2-inch hail possible in this according to the radar algorithms. And already by 10:44 could be up near the Alma area. So that is the tornado warning right there for Montcalm County until 10:45. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Stanton, moving northeast 35 miles an hour. It could also have ping pong ball size hail. Anywhere upstream, you're going to want to park your car in the garage if you can. Let's see if we still have another tornado warning here. And that expires in 14 minutes. That's for northeastern Ottawa, southeastern Muskegon County. And still looking like a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Lindy Lee, 4833. Are any of us in mid-Michigan under severe warnings? Let's back out. Let's go back to what you normally look at on a radar, and that is the reflectivity, so you can see the storm's real impressive line of lots of thunderstorm activity. Looks like very heavy rainfall lining up for the Saginaw Bay City Midland area, westward to Mount Pleasant, to Lakeview, to Fremont. Almost what we would call train echoes, where they come one right over the other. Lele is Muskegon Heights now okay. There's still a severe thunderstorm warning, but the brunt of it looks like it's to the east of Muskegon Heights at the moment. The two storms that show rotation are this storm here around Allendale, around Wright, moving to the northeast. I want to just see if we got a tornado signature in there. We've got a burst of wind, definitely. Let's look at how much. We're looking at winds of 60-mile-an-hour gusts in there. And there's your rotation over at Crystal and Vestaburg. Is there anything in the Fenton area? Not at the moment. You're about an hour or two away. Hey, you know what? Some folks, Bobby Joe, I'm in Muskegon. How long will the storms be going on? Severe stuff next 10-15 minutes in the Muskegon area. Let's try something here, folks. Let's go. A lot of folks are asking about the southeast part of the state. So let's go to the high resolution rapid refresh model. This is the model that we use for severe weather forecasting. It's very good in the first several hours. And so this will be a radar forecast. So some people have had a hard time understanding this today. Models can forecast what the radar will look like. So it's not an actual, it's a projection. It can be wrong because it's a model, but it very often gives us a good sense of what it would look like. Let's just scan through the Weather Service stuff. Still the radar indicated tornado warning for Montcalm County. Let's see if we're getting any reports. Nothing yet. Let's see what is going over in the Milwaukee area. No reports there. That's a good sign. Now, let's find the high resolution rapid refresh model. Here it is. So this is going to be a radar forecast of what's going to Go on. Fish Fried Fred, is Ravenna in danger right now? Yeah, the storm is right around Ravenna at the moment. David Adams, Ludington, Scottville, heavy thunderstorms, but it looks like the severe weather is to your south. Do you think it will skirt around Howell? So here's our radar forecast on the latest run. Let's go to 11 o'clock. Pretty old, big old blob. Let's go to midnight. The severe line heading to Saginaw, to Caro, Vassar, down through Flint, down through Lansing. And note that you still see purples developing on the model at after midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, Lansing. And someone was asking about Howell. So you're talking, I think you're talking midnight, 1 o'clock. And then the line comes through Ann Arbor, Saline, Detroit at 2, 3 in the morning. Tends to weaken then, but you could still, with that line, have severe winds in it. Let's continue to monitor what Grand Rapids is giving us. So the tornado warning for east central Montcalm is canceled. The tornado warning for southeastern Muskegon is canceled. Let's see if we still have anything left. Rob, Grand Haven. Okay, we're right there right now. Probably getting rocking and rolling, has been. Grand Haven. You know, you're right in the line of severe thunderstorms. Sparta, right in the line of, you got just a real small carving of still a tornado warning. One of the smallest. Continues for northeast Ottawa County. At 10:17, a line of storms capable of producing both tornadoes and straight-line wind damage is located near Coopersville, 12 miles northwest of Grand Rapids, moving southeast at 45 miles an hour. You probably see this odd little shaped tornado warning there. Coopersville to right. Let's check the velocity mode there. Okay, very interesting. Look at the circulation forming. Heading southeast, heading toward Grand Rapids. All of Kent County under a severe thunderstorm warning. Get ready, Kent County, especially northern Kent County. Sparta, you see the brighter blues. That's the stronger wind flow. 64 mile an hour, 65 in the Sparta area. Kent City, so you got some 65 mile an hour gusts there. Over towards Sand Lake, you got 70 mile an hour gusts probably. Remember, as it gets closer to the radar, it's closer to the surface, so they're actual wind values. And again, this is Mark Torregrossa, meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with MLive, trying to keep you updated. The line of severe storms is heading southeast. Just stare at the wind velocity with me. Let me move this a touch so you can see where Grand Rapids is. And the idea you get is that it's starting to peel toward the southeast, toward the right, a right turner, as we call it. Now we got to come over here to this one because this is looking like it may have a tornado with it now. Do you see the rotation? east of Sheridan, right around Crystal right now, right around Carson City. Complex. This area right here, the algorithm off the radar showing a tornado vortex signature. We got winds 40 miles one way, 40 miles the other way. Probably a tornado developing in here. Very nasty storm, very rotating large storm. Carson City, Sumner, Crystal. You should be in your safe place right now. There you can see it when we back out the overall motion. There it is, right in smack dab in the tornado warning area. See if we have anything new. 10:22. Tornado warning remains in effect for southeast Montcalm County at 10:21. 4 minutes ago, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles northwest of Carson City or 7 miles southeast of Stanton. You see that right there. Moving east at 35 miles an hour. Tornado and ping pong ball size hail is possible. Locations impacted will be Carson City, Crystal, and Butternut. So at the moment we have 2 tornado warnings. One here in Montcalm County, one here in northeastern Ottawa County, and then we have a wind burst coming down through the northern part of Kent County. Let's look at that a little bit closer. A lot of inflow into this too. When you look down here in this region, all this green toward the radar signifies a south and a southeast wind, and that is all shear that can feed those storms as they continue to move to the southeast. Go back to the normal mode for you here. Oh, let's see, what do we got here? Let's talk to some people. Is Fenton looking like anything severe later around midnight? Yes, Kaylee McFarland, it is. Kylie Preppy, no, there is not a tornado in Grand Rapids right now. There is a burst of straight line winds. Amy Russell, Kalamazoo. It's going to be an hour or two before that drops southward, but you are in the tornado watch and you are in the unstable air. Hibiscus, Muskegon, it's working its way through Muskegon right now. I would say the severe wind gusts, the hail, the tornado threat is over for Muskegon probably, but very heavy rainfall. Carson City right in the tornado area. Continue to watch that one. Here you see the tornado warning. Really doesn't show up well on the regular radar, but as we go to the wind velocity mode, you see the circulation developing. It has slowed down to Howard City is close to there. Trying to remember where Howard City. Okay, yeah, you're west of that, probably through the Howard City area. Ann Arbor, Nikki 4247, you're looking at a couple of hours from now. Grand Haven, the burst has moved through Grand Haven, it looks like. Should be calming down quickly. DeWitt, looks like it's all going north. Yes, I would say north of DeWitt at the moment. So 2 tornado warnings. The one that we're really interested in here is this system right around Carson City and Crystal. They have not extended the tornado warning into Gratiot County. That may be happening very shortly. What does the purple mean, asks Kayla Kelsey. The purple means the radar doesn't know. Purple actually is called range folding, and it just doesn't know what's going on there. Generally, it means there's nothing going on except a lot of wind and dust in the air. Comstock Park. Okay, let's go into Kent County now. In the Crystal area, you may have a tornado on the ground. This is a very interesting thing because it is slowed down and it is circulating. So Crystal, Carson City, Sumner, Newark, Perrington, eventually Ithaca would be in line for this. Let me read, see if anything is going on here. So they've issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Gratiot and Montcalm County. And this is one of those severe thunderstorm warnings where they say a tornado is possible. Rob Bruce, are the storms dying out the farther east they go? Not really. Kayla Kelsey, what about the green? The green is the wind toward the radar. We got to go back to Grand Rapids and see what is going on. Okay, so we got, looks like we got hail about the size of a golf ball in Montcalm County. All right, let's take a look at the Grand Rapids area. So the winds are coming through Kent County right now. See the brighter blue, Cedar Springs? That's the strong wind gust. Let me ping my editor here and see what she has. Let's see. Bertrand, Janet McClintock, you should be okay until about an hour or two. Report out of Cedar Springs is it's very loud there right now, meaning the winds. So here it is. Let's take a look. Let's stop it for you. And let's specifically look at Kent County. Remember, we still have the tornado warning over in Montcalm County heading towards Sumner, so you should be in your basement there. Crystal. Where is Crystal? I don't know all of the cities in Michigan, so you'll have to give me a better description. I'm not sure about that. So here is your radar in Kent County. And I always like to look at the velocity because it shows us what's going on. So right now, you could see the wind burst coming through the Cedar Springs area, moving toward the east, toward Greenville. Emily, Mount Pleasant, Isabella County. We'll get into the storms here shortly. Hypernova, it's a little too late to get your cat right now because the storms are rolling through right now. So here's Cedar Springs. There's the wind burst. We're seeing 76 miles an hour. Remember, the radar is right here, so it's very close. That's probably, the radar beam at that point is probably only less than 5,000 feet in the atmosphere, which means that this blue that you see right here is a downburst. And we're seeing 73 miles an hour. Let's see what we can find. Seeing a lot of 60s and 50s. Kind of updated now and weakened a little bit, so maybe the wind speed is starting to come down in that burst. Let's put it in motion. There you see it kind of peak around Cedar Springs. You see the downburst there. And now still strong, but we were seeing 70 mile an hour gusts, 74. Now we're seeing upper 50s to 60. All right, somebody's asking about Crystal in Montcalm County. Okay, there we go, Crystal, yep, all right. Yeah, we've been talking about Crystal. Still under the tornado warning. Look at the storm, it's just kind of stopped there. It's a really odd signature. I couldn't really exactly tell you what's going on, other than when something slows down, it usually is not a good thing. It usually means that the rotation is slowing it down. There's your storm relative velocity. See what kind of reading we'll get off of that. 67 miles an hour right in the Crystal area, so you should be definitely in your safe place. 70 miles an hour winds there. Not too far from the radar. The wind bursts back up now in the Cedar Springs area. Going to the storm relative velocity, which backs out the speed of the storm, gives us sometimes a better indicator of the wind, and it's showing now 76 mile an hour winds. So we're really seeing, there's an 80, so we're really seeing a downburst move through the northern part of Kent County and heading toward the Greenville area. Get ready for 70 mile an hour plus winds, maybe. See what the Weather Service, they give us a new statement at 10:36. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Kent County. Let's see. At 10:35, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Greenville to near Walker, moving east at 50 miles an hour. Still just talking 60 mile an hour winds and penny-sized hail. Of course, all of the cities in Kent County under this severe thunderstorm warning, but we're watching most specifically the northern part. And again, you're seeing the winds clocked on the Doppler radar at 80 miles an hour. May not be reaching the ground, but certainly it means that there's likely 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. Here's Kent County. Get ready for quite a line of thunderstorms. Let me also put the lightning back on. Vienna Putnam says the sirens went off in Hudsonville. You're not under a tornado warning in Hudsonville, but it certainly is a nasty storm, and they can set those off if they want to. Different cities are different. Jim Young's sister is in Sumner. That's right where that's right where the signature shows, the tornado vortex signature at the moment. It's been a radar indicated type situation. Looks to be weakening some. Let me set in motion. You can kind of get a feel for the circulation rotating and almost just dying around there. Still officially under a tornado warning there. You get a real good feel if you get about this perspective right here, don't you? You see the rotation and then kind of the fizzling of the rotation. New tornado warning now in effect. Let's see where this is going to be for. Okay, so let's see. Bear with me a second, trying to find this newest tornado warning. Got so much going on here, folks. The phones are locking up. Okay. Vienna Putnam, I'm totally freaked when I heard the sirens. Normally I'm fine with storms, tornado watch, but I got spooked because I was sleeping. Matthew Evans, this is meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with MLive. We're trying to track these severe storms for you. Again, thing I can tell you is if it gets loud and noisy, move to the center part of your home. If you have a basement, that's a really good place, the best place to go. If you don't, interior bathroom, a small half bath in the middle of the home is a classic place. It's one of your safest spots to go to. Just keep going back to the radar. I thought I saw a new tornado warning issued. Matthew Evans, this app is called Radar Scope. A lot of us meteorologists use it. I think you can get a free version, and my version with the lightning and the storm tracks and whatnot is something like $10 a month, somewhere on there. Atlas Unchained, a good idea. Just play it safe. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Hey, thanks for joining me tonight. We will get through this. It's a pretty nasty storm. Main thing we haven't talked about is there's very heavy rainfall, flooded areas. It's pretty incredible. I haven't seen it like this. Normally we just go through bursts in Michigan, it calms down for a while, but to have 4, 5, 6 days of potential severe weather and flooding rains is really, really a rare situation. Ethan Ridgway, Stanton. Let's see here. Let's go back to the radar. So the severe weather, the tornado warning is not in effect for Stanton. We're watching a downburst in motion right now, moving through the northeast part of Kent County, heading toward Greenville, Sidney, and Stanton. You see the bright blue here, down to Plainfield, Rockford, Cedar Springs, really right here now in the northeast corner of Kent County. Let's put some values on it. And remember, the radar, bear with me a second. The radar is this little blank circle right here. So when you're looking this far away, that means the beam is very close to the ground, and so any wind values that I show you are actual true values. They're not winds aloft that may not be transferring down. They're actually there. So there's probably 70 mile an hour wind coming through the northeast corner of Kenton County. Now I think we're going to find that from Plainfield to Rockford to Cedar Springs and into the northeast corner of Kenton County, we're going to find probably a lot of damage because of the 70-mile-an-hour gusts. I'm looking at the regular velocity mode. Yeah, bad. I can't do anything about the ads. Let's see here now. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, tornado warning for Traverse City. Now, Kalkaska County, Missaukee, and Wexford. All right, so let's go to that. Grand Traverse and Wexford County under a tornado warning. Let's see what they say here let's go up there and let's head northward. Okay, so there is our tornado warning in the Traverse City area. I'm going to switch over to the Gaylord radar for us so we can see it a lot better. So this would be southeastern part of Grand Traverse County, Kingsley, Fife Lake, Buckley area, Mesick. Put this into motion for you. See it tracking. You could see the rotation in the radar. Let's look at some velocity images, and there we go. And there we go right there. You can see the rotation developing, possibly a tornado. This is near the Traverse City area. There's Traverse City up there. So it's not in Traverse City proper. It's in northern Wexford County. There's Mesick. There's Harrietta. Manton. It's moving toward the east. Let's get you some times there. 10:52, 11:07. Let's see what's out here. Fife Lake. Between Fife Lake and Lake City, around 11:22. So that's a pretty clear-cut rotation as well. And again, there you see it. Very odd location for it. Far north. Here's the radar. You see Traverse City up here. So it's not heading toward Traverse City. It's heading toward Fife Lake. Here's Pioneer. Here's Manton. And it's tracking in this direction. So in that part of Wexford County, Grand Traverse County, Kalkaska County, you have a tornado warning in effect there. Killer Ginger wants to see the whole state. Okay, that's a good idea. All right, so up north, odd. We've got a big fan of large area of rain. I do not like this for the Sheboygan River watershed. I don't, because it's everywhere. And that's when a watershed really goes up. You can get an isolated thunderstorm, crazy amounts, 3, 4, 5 inches. But if it doesn't hit the whole watershed, you know, it's minimal. But you get something like this that hits the whole watershed that's already soaked, and all of that water transfers down to the river. in Sheboygan. So there's your tornado warning there in Wexford and Grand Traverse counties, parts of Kalkaska County too. Moving toward the northeast, you're going to want to be taking cover. Kingsley area, Fife Lake, Manton. Okay, now let's go look at some other areas. Let's look at Midland Bay City, Saginaw, starting to get into the storms. Okay, so we're looking at the north side of Detroit radar. Yeah, Killer Ginger, looks like some basic rain in most areas with the embedded severe weather. So there you get a good idea of what's going on. Severe thunderstorm rolling through Gratiot County right now, trailing back through Greenville toward the Grand Rapids area. And so at the moment, the only tornado warning is up south of the Traverse City area. Let's look at what's going on in Gratiot County and heading toward my friends and neighbors in Saginaw Bay City and Midland. Okay, so we're on the velocity mode. Again, now we're looking at the Detroit radar. And we got wind speeds in the 50-mile-an-hour range out in Ionia. We have a little bit of a circulation developing around Stanton, Crystal, and Sumner again. It's been kind of crazy right there. Okay. Now let's go back down toward Grand Rapids and see what's going on. Okay, what are we seeing here? Put it in motion. The wind burst is moving through Kent County right now. Mrs. Von Pryor, Traverse City is north of the tornado warning. We now have a new tornado warning for southeastern Kent County. Okay, just issued near the Grand Rapids area. Let's go back to that. Okay. Jim Young, Orleans is getting a lot of rain. Tell me where Orleans is. I don't know where that is. Okay, tornado warning for Kent County, southeastern part of the county. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, tracking the severe weather along with you. Common sense, southeastern Kent County, move to the basement if you have one, an interior part of your house if you don't have a basement, and let's keep tracking it. Let's see what the National Weather Service has to say on this. Okay, radar indicated tornado warning for southeastern Kent County until 11:15. At 10:51, 2 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Gerald R. Ford International Airport, 10 miles southeast of Grand Rapids, moving east at 40 miles an hour. The radar is indicating rotation. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain mainly over rural areas of southeast Kent County. I don't know about that, including Alaska, Alto, and Cascade. All right, so we're just trying to get updated here with what's going on. I want to check out the Gaylord. Tornado warning continues for northeastern Wexford, southeastern Grand Traverse, southwestern Kalkaska, and northwestern Missaukee counties. Still, I don't want to say just, but just radar indicated. Let's see. So far, nothing out of the ordinary in the tornado warned area of the Grand Traverse region. Camden boys, no, you're not going out of your house and under an overpass. Nessa, the purple, no, does not mean the worst. Purple means that the radar doesn't know what's there. You know, probably should take that out of the color bank. So the purple is not the worst. Another tornado warning now just issued. Let's see where that one is for. Ionia and Montcalm County now just has a tornado warning. Northeastern Ionia County, southeastern Montcalm County, 11:50. At 10:54, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 8 miles west of Carson City, 10 miles south of Stanton, moving east at 20 miles an hour. So Carson City, here we go again. The danger storm will be near Carson City around 11:10. Take cover and move to a basement. All right, so there you see it developing there. Very distinct. Probably a tornado in that one, as quickly as that's developed west of Carson City. Probably a tornado there. 40 miles out, 60 miles in, so quite a spread. And there you can see it. Let's put it into motion. And it appears to be moving straight east between Carson City and Hubbardston. Snowman Studio, definitely a touchdown. What do you know? Okay, let's go back to Kent County. And the tornado warning there. There you can see it. Right here. Probably a tornado. It's very clear. And it went right across the radar. Do you see that? It's kind of in the cone of silence, that black circle where the radar is. There's no returns. Then it comes out of that moving southeast, and you see the rotation. There's the regular velocity, not siphoning out the storm motion. And there you are, Lowell Township, Caledonia. So here's Caledonia, here's Lowell, there's Cascade, here's the area, there's Freeport and Clarksville. So if you're in that area, you're going to want to be in your basement. And then we have this one that looks quite legit. Again, right along the warm front, exactly where we expected these things to track. That is probably a tornado on the ground, southwest of Carson City, heading toward Carson City, heading toward Hubbardston. You'll want to be in your basement, definitely. Warren's got a long ways to go on this. Is Lansing getting a tornado? No, not at the moment. Somebody asked about Ionia. Not a warning into Ionia yet. So there's your two tornadoes, or at least warnings. Let's go back to the information with the Weather Service. See if they have reported anything. 80-mile-an-hour wind gust at Gerald R. Ford International Airport. So a high-end wind gust, 81 miles an hour. Now down to, gusting to 81. Peak sustained wind, 51 miles an hour. Okay, now Ionia and Montcalm County. That's the one around Carson City. Let's go back up to Traverse City. See, they continue the tornado warning for northeastern Wexford, southeastern Grand Traverse. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Buckley, or 15 miles east of Thompsonville, moving northeast at 25 miles an hour, heading through the Kingsley area, Fife Lake around 11:10. Let's go back to that one. See what it looks like. So there's your squall line. On the leading edge of it, a couple of circulations. Ice Cream Man, is Holland in danger of a tornado? The storm is coming through Holland right now, but it's not really in danger. We're going up to, okay, new tornado warning. Let's see where this is for. Southern Gratiot, northern Clinton County. That's for that tornado located near Carson City. The radar indicated. I believe there's probably something in there. Let's go back again, though, to up north near the Traverse City area. So this is not in Traverse City. So here's Traverse City, downtown. Here's south of Traverse City, Mayfield. There's Kingsley. Here is the potential tornado. There's Manton. Here's Fife Lake. Let's look at the velocity modes, see what we see. There you see the velocity couplet. Remember, red is wind away from Gaylord. You can barely make out, in my perspective here, you can barely make out the circle where the radar is in Gaylord. And then, so red is wind away from it, green is wind toward it, and there's your circulation. That has a storm motion in it. Let's take it to the storm relative. Sometimes it shows better one way, sometimes it shows better the other way. Okay, let's see, what do we got here from folks? Is Grand Rapids in a warning or a watch? Grand Rapids is in a tornado watch, and it's in a, well, now we got another tornado warning here. No, Grand Rapids is not in a tornado warning. So now they're going to northeastern Berry County, southwestern Ionia County. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Well, it looks like this is going to be a long night, folks. I got to just step over here for a second and get my glass of water because we're going to be at this a little while here. So bear with me just a second. Again, common sense, the best thing here. If you get into a situation where it sounds noisy, you're going to want to go to your basement. We got a lot of circulation, so I'm just going to try to keep you updated on what's going on around the Fife Lake area. You're going to want to be taking cover. There could be a tornado there, Fife Lake, Manton, Pioneer. North of Lake City, does not include the Traverse City area. Then let's go to the Grand Rapids region and see what we can find, because there have been several tornado warnings now issued there. Hey folks, thanks for joining me, trying to keep you safe here. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, and we've got several circulations all anticipated along a line of severe thunderstorms. See that? My wife went to, and kids went to Central Michigan. I went to Northern Illinois University. Let's get back to it. See what we got here. So here is the tornado warning. Very southeastern part of Kent County. Read you the copy on this. Updated 11:03. Tornado warning for Northeast Berry County, Southwestern Ionia County. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. So all these so far have been radar indicated rotations, and we haven't had any reports. A couple of them to me look like they probably produce a tornado, but it's nighttime and maybe in rural areas, so we might not know about it until in the morning. Now here is the next set of tornado warnings. Again, radar indicated. This was issued at 11:01 for southern Gratiot County, northern Clinton County. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado near Carson City, moving east at 45 miles an hour. Locations that could be impacted: Elsie. So there you see perhaps two circulations. One here, one here. So Perrington, Maple Rapids, Elsie and Ashley. I really think the one that's back here to east of Carson City, heading toward Perrington, is probably the circulation that you want to worry about. These are very fast movers, so you need to take cover immediately because they will zip right on through the area. So there's your tornado warnings at the moment. Let's give you the bigger picture. Thanks for hanging with me here. Let's see what else we got. Attic is safe in a brick house. No, get off the line, Camden boys. One. Grand Blanc, it's going to be, another hour, half hour before it gets to you. Is Kent in the warning? No. Is it headed towards Flint, JT Morgan? Yes. Probably within a half hour. Elsie is in the path of a rotation and the tornado warning, so you'll want to be taking cover. Will White Lake be affected? Eventually, tornadoes, we can't really predict that, but you are in the tornado watch. Wyoming and Byron Center is just in heavy thunderstorms right now, not severe. Zeeland, same deal. Grand Ledge, very shortly. Let's see here. How's Mount Pleasant right now? Mount Pleasant is behind, looks like Mount Pleasant is behind the severe line. You're just in a whole bunch of rain and thunderstorms, so it doesn't look like anything terrible for Mount Pleasant. Big Rapids, you are also now just into the rain. Michael Merrill, Tri-Cities, about ready to get into the thunderstorms, but it does not look like the wind is too crazy. It looks just like a lot of thunder and lightning, a lot of rain. Vanessaville, Traverse City, in moderate to heavy rain. Certainly don't need it, but not in the tornado warning. Grand Rapids, Martin Pearson, Grand Rapids is out of the severe weather, just rock'em sock'em thunderstorms right now. Tornado siren now going off now in Freeport. Okay, yep, Freeport is in the tornado warning. Let's continue to focus on this one in southeastern Kent County. Still a radar indicated tornado warning. We'll probably find in the morning that there will have been 2 or 3 touchdowns. David James, Saginaw, you're very soon the thunderstorms will get going. Right now, you are not in the squall line, straight line winds, or tornado area. Could change quickly though. Thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Alto, or 14 miles north of Hastings, moving east at 40 miles an hour. So this region here, Clarksville, Lake Odessa, Woodland, Carlton, Freeport, you should be in cover, sturdy place. Let's look at the velocities. Not really impressive, but been an odd night. A lot of little circulations. Weather Service is very good at picking out these odd little ones, so trust them. Go with that. Take cover. Now here's your more well-defined circulations in Gratiot County, in Clinton County. 2 of them at the moment, possibly two tornadoes in that region. And let's go back up to Traverse City area, not Traverse City on its own, but south of Traverse City. Around the Fife Lake area right now, around Manton. Appears as though the circulation is still there, but not as strong as it was. Notice a lightning core on that one across Wexford County. So moving very quickly. Take cover while it's moving through. Sturdy area. And then you'll be, I don't want to say you'll be in a clear, because look at the large area of rain. And the one thing I do not like is the fact that this is a widespread rain for the Sheboygan River Basin. Not the heaviest, fortunately, but definitely widespread. Let's see what we got from the Weather Service. All right, from Gaylord, we're still just continuing the tornado warning. They're going to let the tornado warning expire and reissue with a severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to happen here shortly. New tornado warning. Central Clinton County. Again, radar indicated. A thunderstorm capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight line winds. Moving northeast of Portland. Moving east at 45 miles an hour. Naveen, Comstock Park in Grand Rapids, sirens going. You should not be in a tornado warning there. Let's see. So nothing to report in northern Michigan yet. Again, though, it's nighttime and it's a fairly rural area. So we have the tornado warning for Clinton County. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Allegan and Van Buren. See what Grand Rapids area is saying, telling us. Nothing. So far, the strongest gust that we've seen or had reported was, ironically, right at almost the National Weather Service office. I guess it would be at the Gerald R. Ford International Airport in southeast of Grand Rapids, 80 miles an hour. So that's a real authentic gust. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. If you're just joining me for the first time, this is what we do on MLive. So like the MLive YouTube channel, and then we try to send out another tornado warning. We try to send out notifications when we're going live to cover severe weather. Let me see what this one is. Southeastern Gratiot County, again, a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. 6 miles west of Marion Springs, 8 miles southeast of Ithaca, moving east. And it's going to go into the rural areas of Gratiot County. Livanesti, how's the Lansing area going to look? Let's go to some of these areas. Let's go back and just get the round robin of what's going on here. So we have our tornado warning that has expired in the Fife Lake area. Now we've got the squall line moving toward the east. Very heavy rainfall around heading into western Saginaw County. Tornado warnings west, southwest of Saginaw. Also southeast of Grand Rapids. Lansing, you'll be in it very shortly, within the next half hour. Ann Arbor and Detroit, you're in it within an hour or so. Is Greenville still in a tornado warning? That is a really good question. I'll be honest with you. It's hard to keep track of all these little warnings here. No, Greenville is not in the tornado warning anymore. There's kind of a crazy configuration of all of these. There you see it, North Star, Ashley, Perrington, Fowler, St. John's, Ovid. Velocities. Okay. Likely a tornado out in this one. So this is Gratiot County. And you see the rotation there, very strong around Ashley, heading toward the northeast. Saginaw County may have a tornado warning here very shortly, perhaps. Cadillac is okay, Wicked World. I shouldn't say okay. It's not in anything severe at the moment. Benny Dan, no, Novi is not in a tornado warning. South of Grand Rapids, you're almost out of it. It's just a lot of robust thunderstorms, but no wind, hail, or tornadoes. Is Holland under a watch? Body bags, yes. Officially it is. Kalamazoo might just have a normal thunderstorm. Maybe. It's still trying to work its way southeast toward Kalamazoo next hour. Cadillac is not still in the tornado warning. Okay. Bay County, you're going to get into the severe storms here in the next half hour. So Southwest Michigan dodges storm. What do you call Southwest Michigan? Parts of it. A lot of people refer to that as Kalamazoo. The line is there, and you're under the tornado warning. So, this is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Basically, we have a line of severe thunderstorms from Midland, Bay City, into the western side of Saginaw County. There may be a tornado around Ashley entering the southwest part of Saginaw County. There may be something north of Hastings, and then the line stretches south and continues to translate kind of southeast. Mark Torregrossa, I've been tracking this with you for a while. Hang with me and we'll just kind of watch this together. So far, all the tornadoes have been radar indicated, but that's mostly because it's nighttime and really hard to get reports, especially if it's in a rural area. Benton Harbor, St. Joe checking in. Reports of 130 mile an hour in Alto. I haven't seen that. Are the white lines possible tornado tracks? Asks Chicken Nugget 2611. The white, yes, kind of. Not necessarily tornado tracks, but they're the tracks of the center of each individual thunderstorm. Now, if one has a tornado in it, then yes, that would be a tornado track. But generally, it's what we call the centroid of the thunderstorm, the center of it. All right. Let's see. Jackson's going to be a while for you there. 3 tornado warnings at the moment. sorry, actually 4 tornado warnings, but a couple overlap. This one in Ashley probably has a tornado with it heading toward Lakefield in the western part of Saginaw County. They have not extended the tornado warning. I would think they would do that very shortly. Later at night like this, the storms typically weaken as the atmosphere cools down. Yes, doesn't look too bad here in Genesee County. You're correct. It typically does, but we talked about that in this situation. It may not. You know, we've had tornadoes at between 11 and midnight. Remember the Frankenmuth tornado back in 1996 was sometime after 11 o'clock. The worst storm right now for me is this one in Gratiot and Clinton counties and heading to the east towards Shiawassee County, towards Saginaw County. Really surprised they have not updated. Now remember, these are 2 different Weather Service offices. Grand Rapids covers Gratiot County and Detroit White Lake covers Saginaw County. Let's see what these other offices are looking at. Let's see what Detroit has going on. Nothing yet. So they tell us, Detroit National Weather Service says, areas of greatest concern right now are Shiawassee, Saginaw counties. We are seeing multiple circulations spinning up along the line in neighboring counties to our west. This will pose a tornado threat for the next hour for those counties. We are also monitoring flooding concerns for Saginaw Bay and Midland counties with a stripe of 2 to 3 inches of rainfall possible. Just checking any reports. Still no official reports of any sort of tornado touchdown. Another tornado warning now. It's probably going to be for Saginaw County, I'm guessing. Yep, western Saginaw County. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Marion Springs, or 11 miles west of St. Charles, moving east at 40 miles an hour. Again, this is a radar indicated rotation. St. Charles and Marion Springs around 11:30. Also Brant, Nelson, Swan Creek, Garfield, Hemlock, Shields, and Fenmore. So take cover there, and that's this. Now we're gonna shift to the White Lake radar because it's closer. And we'll track this, what looks to be a possible tornado. There you see it. North Star, Ashley, Lakefield, Brant, St. Charles, Swan Creek. All right, just checking in on some of the weather spotters for us here. Tornado warning, there you see it. Let's hit the storm relative velocity. That takes out the motion of the storm and sometimes makes it clearer, and it does. And there it is. So right now, this is where the potential tornado is. The signature looks quite well defined. Here's your in and outbound values, 85 miles an hour and 20 miles the other way. Same deal. So I'm going to say that there is probably a tornado here around Lakefield, the west end of Saginaw County. And it will be tracking toward the northeast. Just kind of focus on this and the motion of it. Northeast, you see the tracks, the white tracks. That would take it towards St. Charles, Swan Creek, maybe north of St. Charles, Swan Creek, maybe southeast of Hemlock, and eventually toward Saginaw Township, depending on how long it would hold together. It's in the rural area of Gratiot County right now, heading into the southwest corner. Now they're going to cover all of Saginaw County also with a severe thunderstorm warning. So this is the most ominous storm right now, heading into the southwestern part of Saginaw County. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa tracking this with you. And I believe, well, we still have the tornado warnings in effect down into Clinton County. Looks to me like, there's a wind burst coming through there. And remember, we're on the Detroit radar now. Let me get you back here. See what's going on. Should I take cover yet in Saginaw, David James? You got a little bit, but not too long. A half hour it'll be toward that area. It's Grand Rapids in the clear. It looks like you are out of the severe weather now. Okay, Claire checking in. How's it looking for East Lansing right now? Not terrible. Not terrible for East Lansing. Angie Musings, Claire, you're just in some heavy rain. It looks like Midland, you're probably out of the severe threat. I guess I can't say that. But right now, the main concern is the west side of Saginaw County, and it appears as though there is a tornado. Radar is indicating it. That's a rural area, but it's pretty clear signature. It appears as though there is likely a tornado, I would say, on the ground, probably Lakefield, St. Charles, heading towards Swan Creek. Eventually, that trajectory would take it towards Saginaw Township and Saginaw. We don't have an official report of a tornado, but I would say, looking at the radar, there is one on the ground in Saginaw County. David Chowdy, you see the storm dying down by the time it hits the Detroit metro area. Probably, because it's still going to be an hour or two away. I'm in Shields, just barely west of Saginaw. What should I do? Okay, so Justin Risinger. Let's see, you're in Shields. Okay, so that's on the west side of Saginaw, and that is where this circulation is tracking towards. So you should be taking cover in Shields. Shields, I would say, is actually officially in the tornado warning, and there you see the circulation. Greenville should be okay. Portland should be out of severe weather. Lansing area has it coming shortly. Haven't seen any motion yet. Allen, Fenton, not right yet on any sort of tornado activity for the Fenton area. Let's go. Let's go to the Weather Service reports, see if we have anything. Still have the tornado warning for Saginaw County. Still radar indicated. Let's see what the new statement says on the tornado warning for Saginaw County. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Marion Springs or St. Charles, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. And remember, I said that it appears as though there's probably a tornado in there. Jacob Harpy, the Lansing area hasn't gotten into it yet, and it looks like it's a straight line wind event there. Should you sleep in the basement in West Bloomfield? I think it'd be all right there, but you know, just wait until it gets nasty. What we're tracking now is for the folks in Saginaw County, where a rotation is showing up quite vividly, and possibly what we call a dropout gate. So you kind of see right here. So there's St. Charles, there's Lakefield, there's Brant. Back out just a little bit for you so you can get an idea of where Saginaw and Shields and Saginaw Township is. And what you see is here, sometimes some of these pixels the radar doesn't know whether to put red or green. That means that's the center of the circulation. Ann Arbor okay? For a while. Another tornado warning. Let's see what this one's all about. Now we got a tornado warning out by Allegan, southeastern Allegan County, until 12:30. A tornado warning, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. So now Okay, so the tornado, there's likely a tornado heading toward the Swan Creek area and Saginaw Township, and eventually, if it holds together, the southwest part of Saginaw. Another tornado warning right now. Let's see where this one is. Southern Shiawassee County. Very common area for tornadoes in the Saginaw County region. Been here for a long time. 30 years? Yeah, I guess so now. So the nasty weather is in Saginaw County. The regular radar doesn't show you the circulations as much as the wind flow does. So you could see just real nasty conditions through Saginaw County right now. Then it spreads to the south to Shiawassee County. That's heading toward the Flint area eventually, very quickly. Everything's starting to shift toward the south now, and we have this tornado warning in the very southwest corner of the state also. By Allegan, let me try to grab the Grand Rapids radar. And there you see a rotation. Around Allegan, heading toward Otsego and Plainwell. So all kinds of tornado warnings at the moment in the Saginaw area. Let's stick with this region because that's the most severe weather at the moment. Circulation still appears to be going in through St. Charles and Swan Creek. Maybe weakening some, hopefully weakening some. Still tornado warnings for Swan Creek and Saginaw Township and Shields in that tornado warning, and definitely the circulation riding through that area at the moment. So you're going to want to be in your basement. Then the tornado warning stretched down into Shiawassee County. I feel mostly for the fact that there could be quite a wind burst coming in there. We're seeing some wind velocities in the 75 mile an hour range. So very severe thunderstorm through the Saginaw area right now. Lots of lightning. Lots of wind. Heavy flooding rains. I would say that everybody in Saginaw should be getting ready to take cover. Keep watching the circulations. Not as bright as it was. It doesn't always mean that it has weakened. What we've found over the years is sometimes when it's collapsing is when the tornado actually touches down finally. 2 circulations now, maybe. Note the one down by Brant. So it's transferring. A lot of circulations along this. And the reports are pretty skimpy tonight. It tells me maybe we have not had a tornado touchdown just yet, because in this day and age we usually get reports as soon as it happens. So we got a tornado warning for Allegan County. We got tornado warnings for Saginaw County and Shiawassee County. Let's see, Montcalm County is saying that damaged trees down. Fowler area has a lot of damage calls. Tornado continues for Saginaw County at 11:44. A thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near St. Charles, moving east at 45 miles an hour, still heading towards Swan Creek, Shields, Brant, Nelson, and Fenmore. Certainly a wind burst, at least. Heading into Swan Creek and Shields and heading right towards Saginaw. Then another very common area in Saginaw County for whatever reason, out northwest Chesaning for rotation to develop. And then down here, west of Perry, appears to be a rotation and a circulation also. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, just tracking the thunderstorms along with you. Common sense, move to the interior part of your home as these storms come through. Unfortunately, the heavy rain is going to be affecting everybody, and we've already had widespread flooding. And then as the tornadic areas come toward your house, you should be in the basement or the middle part of your home. And again, all of these have been so far radar indicated, but the reports are really pretty skimpy at late night and out in the rural areas. Let's see. Oh. Sneeze. Decent amount of debris reported by a spotter in northern Michigan. I'm assuming it's around the tornado warned area. Buckley, lots of 12-inch trees down, all seem to be down in one direction. Let's see. Not sure. They're talking about County Line Road, but there's a lot of County Line roads in Michigan. Back to the radar for a bit. Definitely a wind burst coming through all of Saginaw County, heading toward Bridgeport, Frankenmuth right now, Burt. You could see the circulation. And when we take it to the velocity mode, you can see the circulation there. New severe thunderstorm warning. Saginaw County definitely getting the brunt of this at the moment. And Shiawassee County, and heading toward, eventually toward Genesee County, toward Flint, Grand Blanc, and Lake Fenton. So I'm just going to hang on with you here, folks. We've been tracking this along. I think you got a good feel. You got to take cover in Saginaw County. The one thing I guess I see that's, maybe good news for the city of Saginaw is that the rotation is starting to shift southeast toward Burt, Bridgeport, and Birch Run. Again, a very common area. So they've gone with a severe thunderstorm warning for Genesee County. That is good news, meaning they did not extend it as a tornado warning out of Shiawassee County. Let's see, 11:50, okay, 1 minute ago. Allegan County Central Dispatch is getting reports of a tornado touchdown at 106th Avenue and 28th Street. So, Allegan County, let's go to that. Under the tornado warning, and yeah, there you can see the intense rotation there around Allegan, heading toward the east, heading toward Delton. Very quickly, this means that Kalamazoo could get in on this soon, and Battle Creek, and Charlotte, and Eaton Rapids. Grand Rapids, you're done. Let's go over who's done with the severe weather. Grand Rapids, you're done. Carson City, you're finally done. You probably felt like storms were coming at you all evening. Mount Pleasant, you're done with severe weather. Clare, Cadillac, Traverse City, Muskegon. Severe weather is now moving across the Saginaw area. Staying south of Bay City. Let's see what else we got here from people. Yellow border is severe thunderstorms. Yes. Could this calm before it hits Warren by any chance? Yes, because we're getting pretty late, but it's still going. Brady Bremer, how's the outlook for Vassar? You'll be into the severe weather here in a half hour. St. Louis is out of it now. It's past. Fenton is going to get into the severe weather here in the next half hour, and bear in mind there's a circulation that could produce a tornado to the west of Fenton. Detroit, it's Africa. Looks like, it's still an hour or two away. Hopefully it weakens by then. DeWitt is getting out of the severe weather at the moment. So there's they have not reissued and extended the tornado warning into the eastern half of Saginaw County. That's kind of amazing with this signature right here. I would say that Birch Run, Bridgeport, and Frankenmuth should be ready. Jim Marchiona wants to know if there's any indication the storms are weakening. That's a good question. Let's take a look at the regular old reflectivity as you normally look at a radar and see what you see. Do you see a downtick in the reds? Not really. Kind of as we thought that it may be the case where it wouldn't really weaken. Normally, about 9 o'clock, the storms start to weaken, but not in this case. Another tornado warning, probably going to be for eastern Saginaw County. Let's see. Southeastern Saginaw County, tornado warning. Storm capable of producing a tornado was east of St. Charles. This storm will be near Birch Run and Bridgeport around midnight, Frankenmuth around 12:05, including I-75. So they have extended the tornado warning. And there you see it's moved into the new tornado warning areas. St. Charles, Brant, Swan Creek, Lakefield, you're out of it. Now we'll start to get some reports because we're going to get into a more populated area. It appears to be heading right toward the Frankenmuth region. We're looking at this right here, moving toward the east. I would be highly surprised if there's not a tornado in that one. Weather Service that says that they are seeing possibly debris indicated there. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. Another tornado warning. This might be for Genesee County. No, that's over to the west side of the state, southern Barry County. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Plainwell, 12 miles north of Kalamazoo, moving east at 50 miles an hour. And there you see the new tornado warning for southern Barry County. Now it looks like a tornado too. It's Prairieville, Delton, Gull Lake. Take cover. We have a circulation with a tornado warning around Bancroft and Durand, moving toward the east-southeast. Gaines, Lake Fenton, Linden, Argentine, Grand Blanc. You're probably going to have a tornado warning here very shortly. Then we go up into Saginaw County, and it looks like, certainly looks like it would be a possible tornado heading toward Bridgeport, Frankenmuth, and Birch Run and Burt. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Severe Weather Update. Tracking a couple of storms that are rotating. Now, fortunately, the storm heading toward Frankenmuth and Bridgeport appears as though the circulation is breaking down, but the wind speeds may be still quite strong in the 60-mile-an-hour range. Circulation shifting north a little bit, heading toward Richville and Reese, becoming more of a wider, less organized circulation. Let's see what we got here. We're at Saginaw Valley University, hiding in the bathroom. Saginaw Valley, probably okay. Alexa Shepard is Saginaw almost done. Almost. It appears to be shifting south and going around Saginaw. Clinton Township, yeah, should be done. Ms. Nina 313. Shields, Justin Rizinger, yes. Should be okay now. Let's see what we got. Got a new mesoscale discussion. Yes, the circulation definitely breaking down in Saginaw. So that in Saginaw County, southern Saginaw County, still a tornado warning, still a wind burst coming through. They'll keep the tornado warning going. But if it produced a tornado, it did it already and now is falling apart. The Durand circulation is also weakening considerably. That's good news. Out in Allegan and Berry County, circulation is picking up. And probably producing a tornado. That looks like it's out in a rural area. We may have 4 or 5 tornadoes by the time this is done, 4 or 5 touchdowns. There is the tornado warnings moving out of Allegan County into southern Berry County, moving straight to the east. Manistee is good. Bay City, okay. Alexis Shepherd, Saginaw. Okay. It really appears as though there is a tornado developing southwest of Dalton. Okay, so the good news is they went with a severe thunderstorm warning for Genesee County, but saying gusts up to 70 miles an hour, quarter-size hail, and damage to vehicles possible. This is for Flint, Flushing, Clio, Swartz Creek, Mount Morris, Gaines, Crossroads Village, and Beecher. Also Burton, Linden, Lake Fenton, Grand Lake, Davison, and Otter Lake, and Goodrich. So basically all of Genesee County now under a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm using ZDMW1. I'm using a app called Radar Scope. Allegan County is safe now. Adams Fishing Channel. Let's go back over toward the Saginaw County area. And you see the rotation has really dwindled. The wind velocity is still up there. Wind is strong now through Frankenmuth, heading toward Reese. It's strong through Bridgeport, Birch Run. But I do believe the tornado warning will be canceled here shortly there. Tornado warning for the Durand area, and that circulation is also weakening. And then we have the strong circulation out in Berry County. Let's see. Still no reports of anything confirmed. Trees into houses in Allegan County, says the Central Dispatch, emergency manager. Let's read this, see what the we got new mesoscale discussion out from the Storm Prediction Center. So let's see what they say, if they think it's going to continue. It looks like in the last 15 minutes things are starting to weaken. That would be certainly good news. I'll leave it on the radar here. The Saginaw County tornado warning has either expired or was canceled. So it is Saginaw, eastern half Saginaw County under a severe thunderstorm warning. Still the tornado warning for around Durand, but that circulation is into Genesee County and has not been extended as a tornado warning. So that is good news. So it appears as though, at least on the east side of the state, things are starting to weaken. Quite a circulation around Delton. There could be actually a tornado there too. You could see the tight circulation. Okay. Okay, so discussion. I can't get it up there for you, but let's see what it says. It says, threat for embedded tornadoes and swaths of wind damage will persist across southern and southeast lower Michigan through 2 a.m. Radar imagery suggests a formation of a larger mesoscale convective vortex comma head structure in southeast lower Michigan with persistent convection. That's that circulation we watched. Embedded mesovortices have been observed within the comma head. Tornado wind threat will likely to persist for the next couple of hours while the convection develops east-southeastward along the buoyancy gradient in a zone of strong low-level flow and shear. So in other words, they're not saying that they believe everything will weaken instantly as we get to midnight. All right, let's do a little round robin here of the radar, folks, and then I probably will let you go. And just know that you got to use your common sense and get to the basement if you have the sounds of severe weather. So let's see what we've got going on here. The most ominous thing right now at the moment is the circulation south of Delton in southern Berry County heading toward Assyria. Heading straight east. Parts of the tornado watch are being canceled now, I'm assuming on the west side of the state. The storms are mostly through there, at least the severe storms. There is your circulation and potential tornado in southern Barry County that eventually could head toward, if it held together, it'd head toward Bellevue, Olivet, Brookfield, and Eaton Rapids. Then let's go out and check our Saginaw County area, which looks like it's definitely doing better. Definitely. Big burst of severe winds rolling through Tuscola County now, Genesee County. Probably 60-mile-an-hour gusts, maybe a rotation trying to develop in the favored place near Grand Blanc, what I call the Genesee County Tornado Alley. Kylie Hutchinson, tornado threat for Jackson. Yeah, still under the tornado watch. I would say yes. We safe in Owasso. Yes, it looks like it's through Owasso. Okay, so we're finally down to one tornado warning. Is Grand Rapids safe? Yes, it is. All the severe weather is through Grand Rapids. And there's your circulation rolling through southern Barry County, right along the southern border. Greg and Macomb. About an hour or two away, you could be into the severe weather. So I'm going to leave you now. This is the only tornado warning we have left. Heading toward Assyria, maybe eventually toward Bellevue, Olivet, Brookfield. Take cover in Assyria as that storm comes toward your area. The Saginaw region, severe weather starting to calm down. And one last look at the radar. You see the flash flood warning for the Grand Traverse region. And you see a lot of rain for the Sheboygan and River watershed. Really cool person. How likely is this happening in Clarkston? I'm really scared. You'd be all right in Clarkston, looks like. Looks like it's starting to weaken. All right. So the one tornado warning for Barry County, Assyria, you need to take cover. Otherwise, things have lowered to severe thunderstorms with some wind gusts. use your common sense through the night. Keep your phone by you. You have the alerts on your phone. If a tornado warning is issued where your phone is located, it will go off and it'll be the same tone as the Amber Alert. So this is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Make sure you check in with us on mlive.com/weather tomorrow morning. We'll let you know if there's been any damage, if there have been any touchdowns. I feel like there probably have been a couple. So we'll keep you updated on that. Stay safe. This is round number, I don't know what, but we have 2 or 3 more days in the next 4 that could bring severe weather, and I'm especially concerned about Saturday because Saturday looks like the strongest storm system at a timing of the afternoon and early evening in the southern half of lower Michigan. We're already highlighted for severe weather that far out, and that's kind of a rarity. They don't really do a forecast that far out. So take care, be safe, and I'm signing off. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark